question.
Okay. Why is it so difficult to have a family where we all love one another and everything is just fun and games?
Okay. If you did all love one another and it was all fun and games, there would be no need for families. Souls have fun and games where they are. They don't have to come here for the same thing. They come here for the opposite, something they cannot experience back home. Isolation, misery, rejection, non-love. They can't experience that back home because they don't exist. These items don't exist back there. These energies don't exist. So they say, great, let me go to Earth to experience this. I wonder what it's like to be rejected. I wonder what it's like for someone to say no to me. Because I've been living for billions of years and no one has ever said no to me. I wonder what that's like. So they see your game here on Earth and they go, perfect, that's where I'll experience no. So this is why, no, this is not why you can't have a family that's all love. If you did have families that were all love and games, no one would be there, because who wants to experience love and games? Always keep in mind, you have come to Earth to experience things you do not have back home. You have plenty of love back home. So much you got bored. So stop looking for it here on Earth. And just keep telling yourself, okay, I don't like this, but let's see what I'm going to learn from it. And that way, once you know, the suffering will be less and you will stop punishing yourself. Because now you continue punishing yourself because things are not perfect. You didn't come to Earth for perfect, you came to Earth to experience something different. So accept the imperfections and learn from them, and that makes you grow, and then you won't come back again for the same lessons. One of the reasons you come to Earth many times is because you don't learn in one lifetime. And the reason you don't learn is because, okay, you have a problem, but you're trying to fix it instead of experience it. And that's why you don't learn. And then the problem comes back again and again later. When we say problem, we mean something you don't like, because there's really no problems. So next time you're confronted with something you don't like, instead of trying to change it, say to yourself, I wonder what I'm learning from this. Or I wonder what I want to learn from this, and I attracted it. When you see the bigger picture, all your problems on Earth are nothing but perfection. The bigger picture meaning when you see that you are a soul, not a personality running around like you're dizzy. Whenever you think you're drowning in problems, say to yourself, I am a soul first and an Earth personality second. This way you connect with your soul part of you and you'll be able to suffer less, much less. Any questions?
If you suffer from lots of pain physically, does it mean that you're not on your path, that you can't see your corridor, your path, or what does it mean?
90% of the time, yes. There are maybe 99% of the time. There are very few times when an illness is karmic from another life. Also very few times when someone has specifically come here to go through this illness, or especially disability. But most of the time, illness begins because we're not doing what we want to do. It's not a punishment because you're not on your path, no. It's simply, you're not doing what you want to do, so the soul says, okay, I'll stay here and just wait for you to die. And then you have less energy coming in. And you have less ease. Everything's not easy. Disease is 2 words, dis-ease. Okay, so yes, that is why a lot of us are sick, especially lately, because we're just not doing what we came here to do, or what we want to do. Keep in mind, what you want to do is actually what you came here to do. Okay, so if you want to stay in your path, do only what you want. The reason you want it is because it's in your path, it's in your book, and that's why you like it. But you've got to be very careful, because most of us confuse what we really want with what other people want for us. Okay, for instance, we find a boyfriend and we always show him to our friends. And if our friends like him, we don't leave him. Even though he's no longer what we want. But now everybody likes him. And we don't leave him. That's how we come out of our book, out of our path. We stay in a job we don't like because it sounds good on paper. It's good on our resume. That's how we come out of our book. So we've got to really, at least once a day, stop and say, what would I like to do right now? And this is how little by little you go more and more into your book, and you're in there more hours of the day. Your book, your path, your mission, whatever you want to call it. Now, you can't be in your mission 24 hours a day, you'll be walking on water. But so many of us are out of our mission 24 hours a day. It's easy to do it. Let me show you how. Close your eyes. Put your hand on your heart chakra. Take a slow, deep breath. And ask yourself this question. What would I like to do as soon as I leave this seminar? What's the first thing that came to your mind? Not what you have to do, what would you like to do? Don't think too much, you're going to put your brain. You know it. Okay, that's what you go and do. And that's how you start little by little. You start with the little things. You don't go to Tibet. The first time I asked my soul, what would you like to do right now? What I got was Haagen-Dazs. My soul wanted ice cream. Don't think that your soul wants spiritual things. It wants earth things. It's come here to experience earth things. They don't have Haagen-Dazs in heaven. So, and then go and do it. That moment, go and do it. That's how little by little you get into your path, into your mission. Okay, everything is easy. But you do have to start with the little steps. You can't just go to, Peru, Machu Picchu, and say, oh, I'm spiritual. You can be spiritual in hell. Okay, there's no hell, but it's a figure of speech. Okay, thank you very much. Now go and do what you want to do. And that way you stay on your path, and that way life is very, very easy. It doesn't mean you won't have problems. It means you'll understand why you have the problems, so they're not going to be so bad. And little by little they start getting smaller and smaller because you are getting bigger and bigger. We have an aura. As you start doing only what you want, you start becoming part of your aura. Your aura stops being separate from you. And then as you become this big, your problems will be this small. Okay. Also, you did not come here so you won't have problems. If you don't want problems, go to the chemist tomorrow morning and get a big box of aspirins, go home, drink them, and then go to bed. And then you'll have no more problems. Either live or go back home. Americans have this saying, if you cannot take the heat, get out of the kitchen. The kitchen is hot. It's not going to change. So either start cooking or get the fuck out.